2015, South Africa saw a 3-year-old DJ to win the talent competition South Africa Got Talent. Now DJ Arch is 4, captivating audiences across South Africa, seeking to perform abroad.
He started when he was a little kid, right? But at that moment, we didn't really see it as a serious thing, right? It was just a little kid messing around with some DJ equipment. By the time he was 3, his video went viral. We just saw this video going everywhere. People said, hey, check out how cute this kid. And then that's when people started confronting us, wanting to know if it's real. The SA's Got Talent is one of the biggest talent shows in South Africa. What happened is that they actually contacted me and saying that, they want him to come to the show. We took him there and he actually ended up winning the show. And everyone was just so surprised, he blew everyone away with his skills. And another thing that we did with him is Guinness World Record. They saw the videos, but there are guidelines that he needs to play for an hour. So a month, 2 months back, he performed an hour and 5 minutes. But now another thing is that there are guidelines state that he has to be in a club. So we're just trying to find ways of getting him in the club so he can just play for an hour and just break the record. He hasn't had an opportunity to go international, but he's quite popular international as well, So I'm sure when the time comes and he's ready to go there, I wouldn't mind to take him there and he can showcase his skills. Traveling with this little man, watching him make people smile, people dance.
That's the most beautiful thing.
That makes us happy. Like Bob Marley said, one thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain.
It's really as God's gift. He's blessed him to do this so he can bless other people on the musical stage, to entertain people, And he's broken the boundaries. He's changed entertainment to the scene,
We will hear more from this young talent in the future. Johannesburg is considered to be New York of Africa. The energy of the city is contagious. One of the most famous townships, Soweto, is located in the suburbs of Johannesburg. Home for over 1 million people, Soweto hosts amazing talents and provides many untold stories. We went to explore latest trends of Soweto fashion and met with the young designer of DFR.
My name is Dinora Shalani. My brand name is DFR. Normally I do ready to wear, so if I'm being called on a fashion show, that's when I try to play around with the fabric and make sure that my work looks different from the others. People around me inspire me, buildings. If I see something, I want to change it into something new, and you can do whatever you like in SA. If you feel like wearing anything, you can wear it. But I feel like I need to go like New York, London, every other fashion shows that I see on TV. I feel like being there someday. If my brand make it as far as possible, for me that's the greatest thing that can happen to me. And also being surrounded by everyone who's supporting me, I think that's my happiness.
The last story of today's news tells about an organization called Gift of the Givers, the largest disaster response NGO of African origin on the African continent. We went to see Gift of the Givers in action rebuilding Alexandra after the floods. Alexandra is another township located in the suburbs of Johannesburg. In November 2016, Alexandra suffered severe damages due to the flooding of its main river.
This particular sort of complex was constructed by Gift of the Givers when there were floods just down the river and all these people were stranded. The houses, belongings, everything was destroyed.
All of this rubble is what was actually swept up in the flash flooding. So anything down there was basically submerged. The trees were just popping out a little bit above the flood line. And there's still people living in these shacks. because as long as they're here, they're not paying rent. It's the only way that they can afford to live. So they'd rather risk everything to put food in their stomach and a roof over their heads. People wash their clothes before they were using this as drinking water. Obviously this water is polluted now.
So we built this complex as a model for all other informal settlements. What we're trying to show sort of broader society, government and corporates is that for a fraction of the cost you can actually build a very dignified village. The aim of this village is to restore dignity to people. It runs on democracy. We got very little social problems here. We don't have alcoholism, we don't have abuse. The children's safe, you can see they're running around. So when people are on firm ground, they can actually lay their roots. And from here people have rebuilt their lives. We're going to build an ECD, which is an early child development center right on our premises here. We got go ahead to continue with our garden, so it will be like a self-sustaining village. There's a lot of sort of cynicism and bad news about South Africans, but whenever there's a crisis, people come together. You know, we must also remember we are only 20 years into our democracy. You know, we can't solve the country's problems in 20 years, but we're getting there. I mean, we've got a government that is stable. We've got the economy that's sort of livable. But generally, our most important resource is not those, it's we've got excellent people. We've got people from every region society, every sort of strata in society that wants to make our country a better place.
If you want to learn more about the organization or donate, go and check their website. Thank you for watching. This was the first good news. If you have a good news story you think should be absolutely covered, send us email to news@goodtv.com.